Hi guys, and we're back again with another episode of Higurashi. Let's just hop right in. Okay. The wind blew gently, as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind. Oh, that's right. Arena-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you? When Reina gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her. It was because the cards are so cute. See? I bought them, Hugh. Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win. How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. Sadako-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Oh. Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there. Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seemed to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? He made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret. A secret? A secret? Well, I wonder what it is. I wonder. Sometimes for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Ha 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 ha. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was. Everybody look! The sunset is beautiful! Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed, waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. You've received a new tip. Who's Mion's uncle? Yep. Sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job at my uncle's shop today. What's that? No club today then? Well, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands in the air together in apology and grinned. If you really want to do club today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever. The club locker was a trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wonder how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes for punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they would definitely fill the entire classroom. Just to clarify for those listening on the podcast, we are doing a little side story thing. It's at the end of each little chapter segment. There will be tips that come up, so I figured I'd share those, so that's what we're doing. No, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around in that locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Hehehe. Mion gave me a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president. Me, the teacher is looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Do you have any idea where it could be? Eh? Did I not return it to the teacher's lounge? Mian said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket. I knew you had it, Mian-san. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it. I was right, too. Satoko and I both were right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're annoying. Slap, clap. Mian elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads and then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh right, have you two heard? Mian has a part-time job and that's why she's not coming to the club. Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her. Me. The two of them had made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mian's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So, Mian's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mian canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row and then not go for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. She isn't working at any one shop or anything. She isn't? Then does that mean she's a day laborer? Mian wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing. Mian helps her uncle out whenever their employee goes on vacation. She's like a handyman. Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place, I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mi is in a very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops. A lot of them? Oh, you were unaware, Keiichi-san? There are many relatives of Mian-san's in Okinomiya who run their own stores. Huh. I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds? Yes. There's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. That toy shop we went to for the club the other day is one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing. Is Mian's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? They run so many different things, it's kind of amazing. There are others, like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel. What I'm saying is they do lots of things. Okay, a couple of weird things came out that time, but still. I could tell it was pretty extensive. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins, huh? That explains that. Once I completely forgot to pay me back for money she gave me to go shopping. And she threatened me, saying that if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me into the red light district and would be the end of me. Rika-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Ah crap, my nosebleed. Oh, that's weird. Dying by being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently she seems so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. Why are you petting me? Well, we're petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. Okay, that was the end of that tip. And let's go ahead and start the next segment. I wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it lethargic. You want a medical explanation for sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll make you more sleepy. Yeah, spare me. It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around in the schoolyard right now. I could hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them. Mi-chan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be the president of the boxing club. They get to sleep a lot. Huh? What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack. Get it? Bam. The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of a textbook. That's all from me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody, please stand up. Add attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom. Good work today. Alright, it's time for happy fun at club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey, Mi-chan, why don't we continue what we started yesterday? Yes, we should do that. To have to end it like that when things are getting good, I won't accept it. Now, I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something like that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like it in a classroom after school, but a grander stage. I'm down whenever, but some of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals, so let me know ahead of time. Whoa! Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. There's people cheering you on. I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Reina. I couldn't help but watch as Reina entered her pinning maiden mode. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Reina. With the Sakura and Keiichi brain smile, I ruffled Reina's hair roughly. What? How? Keiichi-kun? What are you? How? Reina turned bright red and short-circuited smoke billowing from both her ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Reina and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. Even if it was in somebody else's imagination, it was terribly troubling. Meet Keiichi, the Reina killer. When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once. That Reina is a Satoko and Rika-chan killer, though. It may be true that we can't win against Reina, but we won't lose to Keiichi. Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship map. Our strengths kind of interact like in rock, paper, scissors. But that doesn't include Mion, does it? Of course not. It doesn't matter who it is. I won't lose. Mion leered with the gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good a moment as any to get started. And with that, we're actually going to end today's episode here. We'll see what we play for club in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this casual hangout with the characters and that tip we read. See you in the next one.